Hello boys, lift the cloche on Japanese gadget number 1.
It's a double-ender, double-ended whisk.
A whisk like this, what would you whisk? What would you whisk? Matcha. If we're talking Japan, it might be matcha.
So today we have Chef Ben and Normal Jamie who are going to be testing and passing their thoughts on some Japanese kitchen gadgets that we found from Japan.
One's bigger and one's smaller.
Why is that?
Maybe it depends on the size of your
Vessel.
matcha cup. Because I've now got matcha in my head because I'm thinking Japan.
Boys, this is a Miso muddler. Use the Miso muddler to select the right amount of miso straight from the pack. Just put the whisk into the miso, turn it around and stir directly into the pan to easily dissolve. So whilst there are traditional methods of using miso with a strainer and a muddler, this is a modern day equivalent. Would you like to give it a go and make a very simple miso stock?
Yes,
that you're
please.
going to use in some food.
Ooh. Why are you muddling our hot water?
I'm sterilising this before you put it into a jar, because the thing about miso is it's a fermented item, and if you go start sticking your fingers, and we've been all over this, into there, you might ruin your miso.
So the 2 different sizes of whisk on each end allow you to use the same amount each time. The smaller end will gather 1 tablespoon and the larger 2 tablespoons.
I mean,
There you go.
and then you've got a whisk.
The miso is warming up. It's dissolving.
Tell you what, it's only going to work.
That has disintegrated and dissolved all of the miso.
So,
Oh, Ebbers, what a depressing sigh.
no, it's a satisfying side because yet again,
The
Japanese
Japanese
have developed something that works perfectly for one use, and if miso is a big part of your life and this is something you do regularly, then that is easier than a teaspoon and a whisk. I'm just now desperately trying to find a single application
Outside
in
of-
Western cuisine that perhaps doesn't use miso. And we use miso a lot in Sidekick for a whole bunch of things, but an ingredient or a condiment like a mustard or something that we use that would have a similar, like whole grain mustard in a dressing, in a French dressing.
Dijon or something like that, mustard, or Nutella to make a hot chocolate.
Yeah, maybe. And the beauty is that the wires go straight in,
So there's no resistance.
have enough together to pull out.
Yeah.
It's very simple,
It's
but very clever.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's incredibly simple, but it does everything that you need it to do for that job.
You've kind of done the job for them, but their marketing suggests that you can also use for making dressing sauces and beating eggs.
Wouldn't go inside an egg though.
Yeah, I
would
wouldn't
it?
put that in an egg.
We have a lovely miso stock now bubbling away, and it'd be criminal not to use that, especially in our miso risotto recipe from Sidekick.
Well,
Classic.
pluggity plug plug plug. Sure it would.
Lads, this is a brand new recipe straight from Kush. So this is using the miso stock with the risotto, touch of garlic, touch of lemon, topped with spring onions, pretty much it.
I've not had that one before, and that's delicious.
I think the first time I had miso risotto was one of my favourite restaurants in London, Angelina's, where they do that fusion of Italy and Japan, and it was served with like gnocchi mushrooms and like a burnt soy drizzle and stuff, and it's like, well, actually the very base of that is just that bowl of umami, and then you can top it whatever you want, and these spring onions are yummy.
How much do you think in pounds or yen we paid for the miso muddler? There are 193 Japanese yen to 1 British pound,
2,500 yen,
which is what, 15 pounds?
about £15-ish.
It's probably twice the price of the miso jar. I don't know how much a jar of miso is at that weight, but it's probably about £8.
Spaff. This is 2,544 yen, which comes out at £13 sterling.
I think it's an awful lot for what it is, and yet it works perfectly, so I'm happy to pay it.
It doesn't move. There's nothing mechanical or anything about it at all. It is
Nothing's going to break.
a static piece of equipment that is probably never going to break, and it does the job really well. Now, obviously, it depends on whether you need that job doing. A teaspoon and a finger will do most of the job.
There's that hand yeast again.
Well, we're all thinking it, the miso muddler. Is this a double-ended delight or a bit of a muddle?
That is an ergonomic, double-ended delight.
I don't think I need one, but me so impressed.
I tried so hard to... Let's do number 2. Lift the cloche, because you're in for a surprise.
Ooh, it's a grill.
Now, our very, very first meal together in Japan was at a restaurant that enabled us to do this at the table, and we were very jet lagged incredibly hungry, and it was one of the best meals ever.
It was so good. And we didn't film it, but I have got a photo. There you go.
Yes, this is a yakiniku barbecue grill made for the indoors. Yakiniku refers to the practice of grilling small portioned bite-sized pieces of meat and veg in restaurants over a hot barbecue grill. Traditionally, it would be charcoal, which is an issue for at-home use. So this is fully electric, and we've got some delights for you to play with and eat and test. But what are your thoughts straight off the bat? Is this something that you think is cool and you could make use of at home?
The thing that I really liked about when we had it in Tokyo was that it sat in the middle of the table, and it's an incredibly social way of cooking food. Like if you pop down a big fondue or something like that, everyone's digging in and it becomes the theatre and it becomes the conversation point. And you're taking the mickey out of your mate who doesn't know how to do it, or their piece of meat slides down through the grill. Like, it's fun. And I think being able to replicate that experience at home would be great.
It is amazing.
And most, not all, most of the ones you get in restaurants now are electric or gas, but they have to operate on various tables around the restaurant. So whilst the original ones are charcoal, I think most experiences around a table that most people have had are probably electric or gas anyway. I would say gas is still one up from electric in terms of its fierceness and immediacy, but should we try it?
Let's try it. So you've got a rotational knob there. I don't know what any of those things say.
I'm going to guess it goes up in heat. Oh, it is pretty instant.
Well, it is.
It's got a drip tray on one side, but it feels legit. I'm going to say legit, as opposed to some of the electronic devices we've tested in various kitchen gadgets, where they're all a little bit kind of flimsy and
Plastic,
plasticky.
yeah.
And yet this is the real deal.
It looks great, actually.
It's the bamboo, it's the bamboo, isn't it? It's the bamboo. It's the old bamboo.
You never get better than the old bamboo. Boys, you have some Iberico pork, you have some Angus steak, you have a lovely selection of mushrooms, and you have a yakiniku sauce. Different types of sesame blended up with soy, mirin, and sugar.
Are we hot enough, Evers?
This looks, it's heated up pretty quick. Should I raw tong and you cook tong?
Oh, yeah, I'll cook them.
That's the sound we wanted.
But I think we'll also get a little mushroom going on there.
So size-wise, this has been built for 1 to 2 people. And actually the technique of grilling food in the yakiniku way was actually borrowed from the Koreans who moved over to Japan after the Second World War and brought with them their Korean barbecue. So much so that the Japanese then took that as an idea and turned it into their completely own version, which is what you're doing right now.
Beautiful.
Let's go for a pork flip. Oh, yes. Oh, look at those grill lines. The heating elements are just heating the grill itself.
Which is why these slightly thicker cuts, the Iberico pork, which we do want a little bit pink in the middle anyway, they're not even sort of doing on the sides because there's no heat coming up, it's only what's touching the grill.
Yeah.
But for the flatter cuts, the mushrooms work perfectly and very quickly. We'll just roll the pork a bit more.
Fantastic. So you can pull the cable out and the grill actually lifts entirely out of the bamboo base, so it should be nice and easy to clean. Tuck in, lads.
The sauce is delicious. The 3 elements of food that we've eaten already, delicious. But for me, the best part is the fact that we sat here and did it, and that you could take it and plug it in anywhere.
They've got plug sockets on trains now, haven't they?
Yeah, great idea. Try and have a think about how much you think we paid for this gadget.
55 quid.
11,000 yen?
You say so.
I'm gonna go 16,000 yen.
The indoor yakiniku grill comes in at 5,266 yen, which is £27.86.
Wow.
Now, bearing in mind, and we should address that we've got, what's it under here that's transferring the wattage.
A transformer.
So it's not quite as easy just to go and plug it in at home. You do either need to have that transformer or one that has been built for the UK. But at that price, brilliant.
Yeah, really good.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Bamboo feels really great. You've got a drip tray, it's practical. Yeah, I mean, I would pay double that and get a bigger one.
Okay then, lads, I'm going to ask you the question. The yakiniku grill, is it grilly good or bamboo?
It's really good.
Really good. It's, yeah, brilliant.
Let's move on to number 3. Boys, lift the cloche. Number 3, what can it be?
It's got gears and a cog and all sorts.
That, yes, yep. I know. I don't know. But that is the shape of the sushi rice with the seaweed that goes around the outside of it.
Onigiri?
Onigiri.
Why does it do that?
Is it to shape the rice properly?
This is the Takara Tommy Arts Ultimate Onigiri Machine. Full disclosure, the instructions are on the box. The box is in Japanese.
Put your rice in, put it in there, give it a shake. Onigiri.
The ultimate onigiri maker that softly handles hot rice. Put hot rice into the onigiri case and set it in the machine. Turn on the switch and in 30 seconds to 1 minute, you can make onigiri to your desired firmness.
Interesting. So it is the rice. We know it's sticky rice. It's got the starch in. And rather than having to shape it by hand and do the compression, or to roll it and get that tautness of a sushi mat, if you were to roll sort of maki, you want a little bit of tension. In theory, this is providing the shaking tension.
And it will take your onigiri from here to here.
Yeah.
And
there's
I
a
imagine
graph to prove it.
Yeah, and imagine that the key to the graph says your onigiri now. Your onigiri.
I'm intrigued. Can we try it?
So there you go, boys. There's everything you need. You have sushi rice and some hot, spicy crayfish and ginger.
Lovely. You've just given us this as well, which came in the box.
Yeah, that came in the box.
When I'm looking at the box, they've got egg yolks in here, and now I've seen this. This is even more genius than this. This is an egg separator, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crack your egg into there.
Lift it.
Lift it. You've got all the little draining holes. Now, we've tested some egg separators in our time, and I think this might be the best one.
Lots of different recipe filling ideas.
It's like a menu. That looks delicious.
Hot smoked salmon and crayfish, ginger and wasabi mix. A few black sesame seeds. Pile on the other stuff.
It goes on into the machine. Turn it on.
30 seconds to a minute.
So every time it does that, it's pushing it with gravity into the bottom.
Pounding it.
Do with some sticky feet.
Right, big reveal.
Ta-da!
It's circular.
That's not what I expected, but that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, of course.
I'm so impressed. It's a Wankel engine.
What?
It's a Wankel engine. Mazda RX-8, RX-7. It's the Wankel engine. It goes round and round, and it goes in a circle.
Ebbers, can you start talking about wine, please?
We haven't got egg for the top of ours,
Flipping it. Ebbers.
but a garnish of that. There you go. Probably should have been in the middle.
So onigiri is a popular rice-based dish in Japan, often eaten on the go. They're often made as a way of using leftover rice. There is no need for any type of tool to make onigiri. It's all done by hand. So this is absolutely not traditional, but
I'm quite heavy on that.
You've got really good.
kind of serves a purpose and it looks like it works really, really well.
We went to an incredibly high-end sushi place where they made the onigiri in front of us. It was like a master sushi
Oh yeah.
maker, and he was. Ebbers, we've gone very heavy on this one.
Okay, I like that. So you've gone a lot more this time
A lot more filling,
to really test it.
but I think it will do the same thing because it it compacts it.
I'm so impressed.
It's still done a great job, hasn't it? And you give it a minute. It's great. And it's just one of those things that where we get little bits of plastic that are single use in a kitchen gadget episode, we often question why. And I still kind of do, because you can make these by hand,
Yeah.
but not as easily as that. It's supposed to be a single serve. You're not supposed to cut it in half so it all falls out. That was our doing, but delicious.
Okay, boys, how much do you think we paid for the ultimate onigiri maker?
£21.
3,500 yen.
20 quid. 2,906 yen, that's £15.
Woo!
It's a single-use bit of kit that works. You can't fault it. It's great.
The ultimate onigiri machine. Will it turn your rice game on its head, or does it grind your onigiris?
It's going to turn my rice game on its head. Now I know what it does.
Exactly that. I've never made this without getting all sticky and ricey and starchy by doing it by hand. That is so much cleaner. Turns on its head.
Are you ready for one more?
Yes.
It's been a stonker so far.
So far, so good.
Is it as good as this?
Ending on a big, solid, heavy one, lads. Lift the cloche.
I had a feeling that was going to be very sonorous. It's got little screws in it.
Little screws.
Now I've seen the blade. So you stick a chunk of mouli in it, and it wedges, and then you slice, and it'll peel. Paper thin mouli.
Is it a Japanese spiralizer?
Ebbers, would you like to give that a go?
Yeah.
Great.
Is that what it is?
No, but I want to see that happen. Boys, you're going to use this to make kakigori. Kakigori is a shaved ice dessert in Japan, sometimes topped with condensed milk, flavoured syrups. It's considered an art form, and this is a machine to get perfectly shaved ice.
Amazing.
First thing we've got to do is get the ice out of the container. So this container came with the device, and we've frozen some water for you. Look at that.
Go for it. Oh, wow.
There's a Mario Party game that's this.
Yeah, there is.
You have to try and get the highest peak. Look at that! That looks satisfying.
Lovely. Let's
to
stop
do.
there.
And so easy.
Now we get to flavour it.
We have green, red and blue.
Excellent.
No idea what they taste like.
Green, red and blue, I imagine. We have to move quick because this is melting so quickly.
3 nozzles like our
bit like
unagi.
So the origins of kakigori date all the way back to 1794, back to where we know the origins of ice cream came from, which is chiselling bits of ice off the top of mountains, bringing it down and then flavouring it.
Often with fruit as opposed to just
Syrup.
coloured syrup. But
Yeah.
it's so fine. Cheers.
Cheers.
Does it taste fluorescent?
It tastes like I'm 6.
I was going to say, it tastes like I've just made a snow angel face down and I've got a mouthful of the finest, softest, freshly fallen snow that tastes like Narnia.
You're eating yellow snow again, aren't you? That's
Have
amazing.
a taste of the shavings.
Are you trying to give me brain freeze?
It looks like a lot, but it dissolves to nothing
Oh, that's really satisfying
because
to
it's
eat.
so fine.
Now imagine we're back in Tokyo in September.
Sweating.
35 degrees plus 80% humidity.
Yeah.
Like, how hydrating would that be?
Number 1, really easy to use. Number 2, really fun to do. Number 3, aside from the bit of kit, very affordable. All you need to do is freeze a bucket of Japanese Alp water and you have basically the most authentic thing ever.
I've got an issue. I've got Mr. Frosty at home. It's the same machine.
It's not.
It is the same machine.
Is it as fun to use? Is it what?
Mr. Frosty? He's shaped like a snowman.
Is
He
it
put ice in his
electronic
tummy.
and it's made of plastic?
Not electronic. You have to do the
Oh, so it's manual and made of
Yeah.
plastic. So let's do the Liz Truss lettuce test. You're using that machine and your Mr. Frosty. Which one dies first?
Well, I've had my Mr. Frosty for about 20 years, so I wouldn't be able to... No, I was definitely not 17 when I got it. 30 years.
It's still working.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what to say.
He's chipped it.
What I was going to say was it's really durable, but I broke it with a spoon.
He's chipped the paint because he slapped it with a spoon.
Well, I think the spoon was so frozen solid. I really like it. I'm sorry for chipping it.
Do you want to guess how much we paid for it when it was in full working condition?
I wouldn't be surprised if this falls into the 15,000 yen category. 75 pounds-ish.
Because of the blade and the build, I was going to go £120.
20,000 yen. Double it. This is £233 we paid for this.
Well, it was until he chipped it.
230 what pounds?
£233, which comes out of about 44,000 yen.
I mean, that's steep, actually. Changes whether I would buy one, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a well-built bit of kit.
I can't be certain, but I do think that my Mr. Frosty was cheaper than that.
Well, not now. Now it's vintage.
That's vintage, yeah.
I mean, it makes a fantastic product.
A great product. And yes, you can buy these fantastic syrups, but you could equally just make your own with whatever fruits you got left over that you could puree and blend and juice and coffee. Coffee would be great. Oh, cold brew coffee over that.
I don't know if it's suitable for house use, but for commercial use, I can see it working.
Are you ready for the question?
Always.
Is the Swan Kakigori Ice Shaver snow good or snow good?
That's just right.
Intonation is everything.
Snow good or snow good?
I mean, snow good.
It is snow good.
Snow good. Well, comment down below with your thoughts on those Japanese kitchen gadgets. Thank you so much to those of you who contributed ideas. Keep them coming, and why not let us know in the comments below which country's gadgets we should be reviewing next.
It's so much fun.